Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Today we are speaking live with Josh Planos with the Better Business Bureau. Normally it's Fresh Alert 6 Scam School, but today we are actually talking about how it's Thank a Business Month, and Josh is here to give us some tips for how you can do just that. So let's introduce Josh from the Better Business Bureau. Josh, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me, Jacqueline.
Of course. So there are many strategies when it comes to actually thanking a small business in particular. We've seen a lot of construction work still being done with the streetcar here throughout the greater metro area. For those of us who may be a bit shy or uncertain what thank you words to use, do you have some tips for people as far as how to thank somebody goes?
Sure. So I think the first tip is to not be intimidated by the act of thanking someone, right? There are a lot of different ways you can lend credibility and thank somebody on your own terms that make you feel comfortable, right? You can go through reviews, you can go through referrals, you can go through social media, you can shop local, you can tip, you can go to events. There are a lot of different ways for those of us who are introverted, right? There are a lot of opportunities for the introverted and the extroverted this month. And the important thing to note is that November is a really stressful time for a lot of small business owners. And a pick me up is really something that is a real gift this time of year, and something that I think a lot of us don't actively think about all that often.
Yeah, I mean, unless we are a small business owner, right? My goodness. So, some topics that you mentioned in the email you sent my way. So, this is economic uncertainty, clearly now with the tariffs, et cetera, the raising and lowering of prices, this kind of thing, the upcoming holiday rush, and then year end financial pressures, right? So, I mentioned the streetcar, but there are a lot of things that are affecting neighborhoods throughout the country.
There are, and I think it's important to be sympathetic to those who have a lot of challenges that they're navigating here in the last few weeks of the year. I know that this is a really exciting time for families, and Thanksgiving's coming up, and soon enough, the December holidays are upon us. But there are a lot of stresses that are occurring right now, and a lot of people feeling like they're under the gun on a lot of different tasks. And so even just slowing down and having a conversation with that small business that you go to maybe once a week, maybe it's a deli, maybe it's a restaurant, or a home and garden expo. Going to opportunities like that to recognize those who regularly go above and beyond to make your life a little bit easier is a really nice gift to provide to someone. And we would encourage folks to do it this month in particular. So as they're navigating all of the pressures that are coming with the government shutdown, the economic uncertainty, budgeting season, you name it, there are any number of pressures occurring
Yeah,
simultaneously.
for sure. Sorry to interrupt you there, but I just wanted to get in that, as you mentioned, any way to say thank you is greatly appreciated by these small business owners. Also, wanted to add, how important is it to shop locally for the holidays, Josh? I mean, to make sure that the money stays in our local economy versus like a big box store, for example.
Yeah, making a purchase is the most direct way to show support for small businesses. You might find unique gifts that you won't see anywhere else, but that's really the way the money gets circulated locally, is by spending it locally. I know it's as easy right now as doing all of your holiday shopping from your sofa, and it's wonderful that it arrives at your front doorstep in what seems like a matter of minutes, but that's really not helping the local economy as much as it could be, right? So if you are going out for Small Business Saturday, or you are looking to secure gifts for your colleagues, or your friends and family, if you can shop somewhere locally, that is the most direct way you can impact the bottom line of the businesses that are in our local community, and the way you can keep that money definitively here, which is what we all want, right? I mean, we want our businesses to be long-standing. We want them to be able to survive the holidays. Some of them are really reliant upon the next 2 months to survive into 2026. So again, I know it typically comes at the cost of your time, but if you are interested in shopping locally, now would be a really good time to do it. And there are small businesses lining up and down the street who would relish the opportunity to have some foot traffic.
Yeah, definitely. And especially throughout the greater Omaha metro, there are a bunch of holiday pop-ups that happen throughout
Mhm.
the, November, December months as we gear up for Christmas, this kind of thing, amongst the other holidays. So always a good opportunity to, again, get out there, shop local, give back. And it's kind of fun just seeing everybody out and about, right? Buying gifts for their loved ones.
It is. Get out of the house if you can. There are a lot of fantastic events that are coming up. Businesses host special activities during the months of November and December. If you show up, that presence is a present, right? That encourages support. That encourages them to continue to invest in their local economy. When they host an event and nobody shows up, it has the opposite effect, right? So if you can get the family out of the house, invest in your local economy so they can continue to invest in it as well.
And Josh, the BBB is doing something really cool, okay? So you're showing your thanks for accredited businesses by offering surprise visits, right?
We are. Next Monday, we will be visiting 30 to 40 accredited businesses here in Omaha. We will be surprising them, so none of them know that is coming. But it's a small way, right? A small way for us to dedicate some time to the businesses that have agreed to uphold standards that we all want from the businesses in our community to keep them trustworthy. And again, that's a small thing that we're doing. I would encourage other businesses to participate if they can, to go above and beyond and just recognize the businesses that all of us rely upon 12 months out of the year. This is 1 month out of the year where we can really put our foot down and say, we're going to make somebody's life a little bit better and bring them some joy this November.
Yeah, that's awesome. We often forget the people that are working during the holidays, right? Trying to make ends meet, because those are the people that we rely on for all these goods and services in our community. So wonderfully put, Josh. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
I would just underline that gratitude comes about in different ways, right? And for some of us, that might not be showing up unannounced at the front door and having a conversation with the owner of a small business. For some of us, that might be I'm just going to leave a Google review for this company, or I'm going to refer them to a friend because I know they're interested in getting their house re-sided, or I'm going to shout them out on social media. So there are a lot of different ways that you can participate, but I would encourage folks to really go out of their way to involve and thank the small businesses in their lives this November.
Very well said, Josh. Thanks again for your time today. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Jacqueline.
We'll see you next week. All right, that was Josh Planos with the Better Business Bureau telling us about Thank a Business Month. You can go out there and do so yourself, and I'm sure it will be well received. So switching gears a little bit here now, we're going to head to our website. That's firstalert6.com, and here's where you can get all our latest stories that our digital team, Woot Woot, is working on around the clock for you. Now, in the meantime, we're going to head over to the weather page. Here is First Alert 6 Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord. He's right here in this right-hand corner, and he says today is mostly sunny, a high of 70, so just perfect out there. Tonight, mostly clear, breezy, a low of 43. Wednesday, mostly sunny, breezy, a high of 57. Thursday, mostly cloudy, breezy, high of 62. So I'm kind of skipping through the work days, right? Because as we take a live look from our Blackstone camera, this 70-degree weather that we're experiencing right now is not going to be here forever. So Saturday is a First Alert 6 weather day, Rusty says, due to the quick burst of rain and melting snow possible near and after sunset. So he says this likely won't cause a big issue, but it will be starting the first flakes. We'll be starting to see those first flakes, excuse me. So, and this is the best chances of that are northeast of the metro. And then following that, here's another gorgeous view of today's weather in the 70s from our Northeast First National camera. Gosh, look at the Missouri there, just gorgeous. Now, then the wind sends the coldest air of the season our way. So widespread 20s are likely by Sunday morning that would freeze above ground water lines. So this is the first widespread hard freeze that we have to watch out for. If your plants are still alive, good luck after Sunday, it sounds like. So something to take note of there. In the interim, though, do enjoy this beautiful, beautiful day in the metro, 70 degrees. Embrace the sunshine. Thanks for joining us at the Alert Center. I'm Jacqueline Fernandez, and we'll see you at 3.